So, you're stuck teaching your own music in your class? A little concerned, a little nervous, never done it before? Don't worry, I've got you. Hello, my name is Cheryl, and I'm a music educator. I'm retired from the public system per se, but I find lots of opportunities in my community and at my church to help other people learn to play musical instruments. Currently, the instrument that seems most popular is the ukulele. Now, there was a time when I wouldn't have believed that it would work, but I'm learning, the more I use it, that the ukulele is a wonderful vehicle through which you can teach many concepts and ideas. And students in a school will pick things up more quickly when they are actually applying those concepts and ideas to their own playing. That fits my philosophy because I believe that students need to learn music by making music, not learning about music, but learning through music. So you're going to teach music and you're not sure what to do. I've done this with grades 4 is a little iffy. Grade 5 to grade 8, ukulele has worked really well for me. And a couple of things you need to consider before you actually tackle this. You need to do a little groundwork. So today, this is going to be the first in a series of short videos on teaching ukulele in your classroom. Today, we're going to talk about a couple of things you need to plan. So first of all, your routines. If you're teaching music in your own classroom, where are you going to store the ukuleles and what's your system going to be for the students picking up the ukulele and returning to their seat? You need to have that established in your own head, and you need to be able to teach them and rehearse that routine with them so that they're prepared and they know exactly what they should be doing whenever they have the instrument in their hand. So your planning is important. Traffic patterns in the room, so there's less opportunity for collisions, which could result in some instrumental damage. Another concept that you need to consider is storage for the ukuleles. Pinterest has lots of ideas for fancy carts that have a fancy shape and they have the ukuleles hanging on them. The ukuleles I used in my school came in boxes, and we kept the boxes to use as cases. They're flimsy, but at least you could stack the ukuleles and they were somewhat protected because they were each in their own individual box. And then I just stacked them on a standard square wheelie cart and wheeled it from classroom to classroom. You can also, I've seen some that use magazine holders for shelves, and they had them lined up and the ukuleles were standing in those. So you need to figure out how that's going to work in your classroom. Now, back to the ukuleles. If you're going to do this, and I think you should, because I think it's possible, and I want you to believe that it's possible. Look around your school. There might be a class set of ukuleles. If not, chances are there's a school nearby that has a class set that you could borrow for a 6 to 8 week unit. And I say that because when you choose a 6 to 8 week unit and you have music twice a week, then by the end of the week, some of them are starting to soar and some of them are starting to get frustrated. And so you end the unit on a positive note. You end the unit when they're still wanting more, right? That's what they say. So that way, it's a positive experience. And then later in the year, you could do another 6 week unit if you need another music mark, or the following year, the following grade, they could do it. Or if you're teaching 2 grades, you could trade off with another teacher and teach your music and the other teacher's music at the same time, since you've got the ukuleles in the building. So think that through. And if it's successful, by the way, you are building a case for buying a class set of ukuleles for your own school to have on hand. Now, that may be scary, but if you're not a musician, it's okay. There are lots of great resources, and I will start explaining some of them to you over the next few videos, and explaining to you what you need to do and showing you what you need to do in order to make this possible. But it certainly is possible. I know you can do it. In the meantime, if you're looking for music classroom procedures and rules, you can look at Jessie on Music and Motivate on YouTube. She has a couple of videos on music classroom procedures. And then in terms of beginning ukulele playing, you've got the lady that does Ukulelians, and you've got Cynthia Lynn. Both of them are very good beginner tutorials for you to try, and that will give you some ideas of where you can start within the classroom. But I will get back to the next video. We'll talk about some of the things you need to consider and get you ready for the next step. Okay? See you soon.